Hello, my name is Gianluca Scoccia. I am a postdoc researcher at the University of L'Aquila, and I will present our work, Challenges in Developing Desktop Web Apps, a study of Stack Overflow and GitHub. So our study focuses on desktop web app frameworks, which are a novel kind of frameworks that allow for the development of desktop applications employing web technologies. And currently, there are two main frameworks that fall into this category, which are Electron and NWJS. And these frameworks are nowadays gaining quite some traction among developers because they offer a number of advantages. And these are cross-platform compatibility, so you can develop your application once and develop and deploy it on multiple platforms. And they also enable access to native APIs that for traditional web applications, these are not available. And also they enable the code and skills reuse. So you can reuse the skills and the code you already possess for web development to deploy desktop applications. However, while we know quite a bit about the advantages of these frameworks, we don't really know a lot about the disadvantages that come with them. So what we have done was to investigate the challenges that the developers that adopt these frameworks frequently experiencing when using them. And we have done so by applying topic modeling techniques on a corpus of about 1,100 Stack Overflow posts, and then by using the same techniques on a second corpus of about 450 applications hosted on GitHub. Quick highlight of our findings. We show that the number of questions that discusses these frameworks on Stack Overflow is increasing, mostly driven by the Electron framework. And this is most likely a consequence of the growing popularity of these frameworks that the frameworks are experiencing in general. And however, despite their growing popularity, there is still a huge number of libraries, frameworks, and tools that developers frequently use to develop their applications that do not consider the existence of these frameworks. So they are not immediately compatible with them, and developers often have troubles in integrating them. And we also highlight that there are some frequently asked about aspects that include file manipulation, inter-process communication, build and deploy, and platform integration. And the last two of these aspects are actually quite important because these are some of the benefits that these frameworks provide to developers. So it is quite noticeable that these are also some of the topics that are most asked about by developers, and this suggests that there is still quite a bit of a room for improvement regarding these aspects. And we go more in detail on the paper on this point. And also, we finally, for the last highlight, we show that the questions about the user interface, the build and deploy of these apps, and the platform integration are the ones that require the most time to be answered in general on Stack Overflow. So this means that likely these also are the ones that are the more challenging to answer for developers. This concludes my brief presentation, and of course I am available for the discussion here after the presentation, and we are available also offline to discuss at the following email addresses. Thank you very much.